This is the Book Brigade, a podcast brought to you by the Wagnalls Memorial Library. Welcome back to the Book Brigade. My name's Sofia, and I'm interviewing Miss Amy. Hi, Miss Amy.
Hi, Sophia. Thanks so much for inviting me to be a part of the Book Brigade podcast.
Of course. Can you tell us what you do here at Wagnalls, Miss Amy?
Sure can, Sophia. I am the children's librarian here at Wagnalls. I think it's one of the best jobs in the whole building. I've been the children's librarian for about 4 years now, maybe 3. It's hard to keep track. There's so many exciting things happening down here. How can I keep track of the years that I've been here? But I think it's 3 or 4.
Can you tell us about the summer reading programs?
I'm so glad you asked. Our summer reading program is called Color Our World, and it's about 7 weeks long. What we're doing is kind of reading through the rainbow. Every week, we have a different color bookmark that the kids can take home. It has 10 different things that you can do on it. You pick your favorite 5, and then you bring the bookmark back, and we give you a lanyard and a button. You'll put buttons on the lanyard the whole summer reading program. There's a possibility that you could earn 7 different pins to put on your lanyard throughout the summer. We're excited about it because it gives kids a fun opportunity to keep their reading skills up throughout the summer.
I think the kids really enjoy it.
I hope so. We had been working on this one since January, so we're always thinking of the kids when we're putting this thing together. Our staff here downstairs, Miss Cheryl and Miss Mary, work very hard to come up with something that the kids are going to enjoy throughout the summer.
Can you tell me a little bit more about Mabel Wagnalls?
Mabel Wagnalls is so instrumental, even though she has been gone from this earth since 1946. We talk about Mabel as a staff very, very often because she was the heart and soul behind this memorial. Her parents both lived in Lithopolis at some point in their lives. They got married and they had Mabel. She was an only child. Something interesting about Mabel you might not know, she was a homeschooling student before it became trendy to homeschool. So when her parents passed away, she really wanted to give a memorial to the community that they were such a part of when they were young. So that's what happened. She had this idea of building a community center, really, that would include a library, a theater, and a place where people could enjoy a banquet meal or something to that effect. And that's what happened. So in 1925, thousands of people came to be a part of the fact that this treasure was about to be bestowed upon the little village of Lithopolis. So we think of her often. We know that this memorial is a tribute to her parents, but also she really wanted to gift it to the community.
Mabel sounds like a really big part of Wagnall.
You've got it, Sophia. She really was and still is a big part of Wagnalls. And when I think about the fact that we've turned 100 years old recently, I think about how excited she would be if she were still here to know that we are still impacting people's lives 100 years later.
So she'd like it too?
Oh, I think she would. I think she'd be so happy. I also think she would be so thrilled to see the amount of kids that come down to our children's library and participate in the summer reading program. It's neat. You know, it's often that families come down and say, I grew up in this library and now I'm bringing my own kids to it. It's really a neat thing to hear.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the new parts of the library?
Well, one part that we're really excited about is the teen space. We've put a lot of effort into this little homey space. It's so cozy and a great place to just go and read a book on a rainy day. Not only that, but when it's even nice outside, there's a bunch of things that kids can come and do. As long as they're 12 and older for our summer reading program, the teens have a lot of things that they can do up there. And we're just thrilled about it. Very excited about the opportunity that kids have to be in the teen book club. There's just a bunch of things up there that we think will be a great resource for teens and a great hangout space for them.
I'm sure the teens really like the new hangout space. They don't have to be in the kids' library all the time?
For sure. I mean, we had one before, but it's not like this. This space, this new space we have is so homey and quaint. And I think a teen could come and sit and read for hours on end and not even realize that much time has gone by just enjoying the space. So there's board games there, there's places to make crafts. There's just a lot of things to do that I think teens will appreciate.
What's your favorite part about your job?
Oh, wow. That is such a hard question to answer. Oh, man. What is my favorite part of my job? I think if I were to narrow it down, it is placing a book in the hands of a child, whether it be a young one or someone who's, 10, 11, 12 years old, placing a book in their hands that I know that they're going to love. That excites me because I've read a lot of books down here myself. So if I love them, I'm pretty sure they're going to love them too. So I just love putting the books in their hands and thinking about the journey that they're going to be going on in this book from start to finish. And that just delights me. I also consider it an honor to be able to work in a place that's been impacting people's lives for 100 years. It's really neat to be a part of the next century of Wagnalls. I enjoy that too a lot.
Do you have any advice for like young readers that are trying to start like bigger books?
That's such a good question. Yeah, I do have some advice. I think it is okay to read books that you might feel a little bit old for. The reason I say that is there are times where when I was young and reading a chapter book for the first time, when I was taking the plunge into chapter books, I loved chapter books that still had illustrations sprinkled throughout the book or the novel. And so I think when you are taking the leap or the journey into chapter books, that finding chapter books that still have some illustrations sprinkled throughout the text is a find. It's a good thing. And then you can eventually transition into a full-blown chapter book. So I just want kids to enjoy the journey of reading. I know reading is not for everybody. It's hard for me to even say that because I love it so much and it's such a big part of my life, both here at Wagnalls and in my personal life. I love to read too. But I just think if you can get the right book in the right hands of the right child, they will love the experience of going somewhere in a book.
What would you say your favorite middle grade book is and why?
It's impossible, absolutely impossible for me to answer that question because there's so many that I really love. There's some authors that I can count on every time they release a new novel, I'll read it regardless. Alan Gratz is one of them. He is the king of historical fiction for middle grade readers. He is excellent at cliffhangers. You can't put his books down. I know when I put an Alan Gratz book in the hands of a child, a preteen, that they're going to be on an incredible ride. So I can count on him. He's one of my favorite authors. I prefer historical fiction when it comes to middle grade novels. I'm not a fantasy girl. I've never been a fantasy girl. So I like to, another one that I just can count on for kids, I know they're going to love it, is The War That Saved My Life by Kimberly Bradley. That's another great book that I know kids could count on and love. I like books that have a character in it that's despicable. A character that you just can't stand. I think that makes the story even more interesting. So when I'm selling a book to a young patron, I like to choose the ones that I know they're going to encounter a character that they just can't stand.
My favorite middle grade book is probably 3 Times Lucky.
Are you serious? That's our middle grade book for July. Our book club for July. You've already read it?
I'm close to finishing it, but I really like the adventure and thrill of it.
Oh, that makes me so happy. That's exactly what I want to happen. And good news, Sofia, there's more to that series. There's 2 more books after that with all the same characters. I'm so glad that you've loved that. That's a book when you read it that you feel you're so in swampy lands with the bottle with the note in it traveling through the river and all that. You feel like you're getting mosquito bites as you read it, but it's such a great book and I'm thrilled that you love it. Sophia, thanks so much for having me. It's meant a lot to talk about the library with you. I've so enjoyed it, but I got a question for you. What do you love about Wagnalls?
Oh, a hard question. I probably like just like the comfort of it when you come in and you can just like sit down and read a book for hours and hours, not even like have a care in the world.
Perfect. That's exactly the answer I was hoping for.
Thank you so much, Miss Amy, for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, we'll see you next time on the Book Brigade.